my 2025 prediction for what to expect is coming down the pipe is a hyper focus on the human experience and human emotion.
What a brand, what a brand, what a brand, what a mighty good brand. Say it again now. What a brand, what a brand, what a brand, what a mighty good brand.
With the emergence of ChatGPT, it is so easy to have these creatives that have so much going on. But what ChatGPT can't replicate is the feeling of emotion. And there's been lots of indications that this is coming. I've seen even over the course of the year, like with social media, like you're seeing a lot of push for like employee generated content, which is like actually having employees like generate content on behalf of the brand, like showing kind of what's happening in the office, showing what's happening in the day to day, like having them talk about how they're naming products, like actually going in behind the scenes and like creating a connection and showing the human experience of what happens with a faceless brand has been a massive emergence. You've also seen the massive trend of social media content by way of like a reality TV show. So like ending things with like a cliffhanger, asking people to check out the next video and going kind of behind the scenes of the brand using this reality TV show concept to stand out as a brand because people want to be invested in the brands they buy from.
How about this? This popped. I had this idea years and years ago. But like reality shows have kind of petered off, but why not allow the audience to kind of choose the next step in the story? So like you have your...
Like the Goosebumps books?
Yeah, you know what I mean? But then at the end, should Rachel, you know what I mean? Like make it, but you know, like allow them and then the production team has a week to make that episode, right? And then do it again. And then so the audience is kind of having this discussion. That was the right choice. This is the wrong choice. Like to me, that would be incredibly engaging content that people could produce that's not out there other than these cookie cutter things. And that would get people engaged with the brand and actually be addicted to it because it's where it is because organically they're participated.
So it's really interesting that I think that a lot of like influencer founded brands are missing is that they're not allowing their built-in audience to help make enough decisions. And a lot of these business owners, like they're battling with an abundance of decisions every single day. Like you have the best focus group to leverage and use. Different than what you're saying. What you're saying is fascinating. And I do think that that's where TV should trend or the concept of what TV represented. But when I think about like Orium Collective, or when I think of like Refi, like if they're developing another product and they're in the beginning phases, like why not bring your audience along for the ride? Like, what do you think of these products? You know, what do you think of this formulation? This is kind of our first test batch. And the reason why they don't is because they're so afraid of copying. And copying is a huge problem, but it's a reality that exists that if you also realize that if you've got 300,000 dedicated followers, you have 300,000 dedicated followers. And it's a bit of the Taylor Swift phenomenon. It's like, she's not focused on like other people taking her fans or like she just invests in them. And by just investing in whatever follower base you have and having them along for the ride, like who cares if a competitor copies you? Because like, yes, it sucks, but what's the opportunity cost of not being one of the first kind of brands that are really making decisions based on your audience pool? I see all the time, like influencers that I like heavily follow where they'll come out with a product and I'm like, okay, good job. But like, I would have picked a different color. I would have selected maybe a slightly different style. Like, why are you just like unveiling this to me as your fan opposed to leveraging why I love you, which is being involved in your day-to-day life?